Just received in our newspaper.
He was like, he's got a lot of homework to do, he said.
Yeah, it's my exam week right now, so.
Did you have one today?
No, these were, I had 4. I had 9 tests today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Got 9 tests today?
Yeah, tomorrow I think we have like fucking 11.
Oh my
and
god.
it gets worse as the week goes on because it's our last year, you know?
That's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's what
I mean, it's something that you have to do.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Actually, remind me, but I don't want to say it on here, but remind me after. I want to tell you something.
Okay.
But
I'm going to forget.
Okay.
That's an hour from now, Jake.
Yeah.
You're asking me to remind you of something an hour. Can you make a note of that? Okay.
I'll make a note.
You go ahead.
Yeah.
You make the note.
I'll make it right now.
I have a pen, I think.
So this is one thing I want to talk to you about, obviously. Something that we bring up constantly.
Yes.
Our favorite show.
Yeah.
At least one of them.
Yeah.
There's
It's awful, right? It was awful.
That we're talking for people wondering. We're talking about
You couldn't.
the only show we ever talk about on this goddamn fucking podcast, The Walking Dead. Now listen, I finally finished it in its entirety. The first time I ever watched it, I watched up to about like season 7 and I gave up. And actually that's a lie. I watched about season 9 then gave up. And I finally finished it in its entirety. I watched season 11. Now listen, I don't know if you can prosecute writers, but I don't know if you can do that. But you should be able to from the dog shit.
Just tweet it.
That
just
was
put it on X or whatever.
that was the worst fucking season out of all of them.
Yeah.
Out of all of them easily. And I didn't like season I didn't really fuck with season 8.
No.
Really? I didn't fuck with season 8. And
Why?
I thought that was the worst.
Because they were going to war, Jake.
They were going to war, but like I told you the last time we talked about this shit, it's fucking them. I need everyone's backstory on why they're fighting Negan. Listen, truthfully, the only backstory I really need, Maggie.
Yeah.
That was reasonable. Fucking Rick's.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. You know what? Even Carl. You can throw Carl in there. I'm fine
I
with
was
that.
cool with the Carl episode.
That was cool. But why do I need to know Tara's? Why do I need to know Tara? Like, listen, I'm not saying Tara didn't suffer anything. Tara did. Tara lost her girlfriend from, not even from Negan himself, but
From the Saviors, yeah.
from the Saviors. So I understand that part. But it is also like, it was just her. That whole episode at that time was her just going to Oceanside, begging for help.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird one.
That was a weird one.
Oceanside is very rarely ever brought up.
No.
They kind of just threw it on there.
Bro, even the fucking season 11 where they were just like, the Commonwealth was just like, we're going to take Oceanside.
It's like, how do you even know about that, bro?
Yeah. Bro, because it's like, they're like, oh, we want to look at your communities. By the way, there's a couple things I want to say.
Yeah.
Government collapsed.
Yeah.
Right? Government collapsed. And
Gone.
And the first thing you do is we're going to bring it back the same way it was before.
Money.
We're going to
Bro,
bring back currency.
How is there money?
Yeah.
How do you guys have money?
Yeah.
Like US dollars.
Yeah.
Like they sent Daryl and Rosita to that fucking house to get a stack of money.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Bro.
Fuck you. He was surrounded by a horde. Fuck you.
It's not even that. It's like you bring it back and then what did they do? As soon as they brought the government back, sections of people. There's literally, they gave you classes of individuals.
Yeah.
You live here because you don't have as much money. They did it right away. It was the first fucking thing they did. It was the first fucking thing they did. And no, right then and there when they were like, hey, we're going to separate you guys, right then and there should have been like, no, hey, the last government that did it, that clearly didn't work.
But what if we did it again?
The thing is, though, at that point, what are they in? They're in like at least 15 years into the apocalypse.
Yeah, they're
at that
15
point.
years deep, and they got bakeries and shit.
Listen, how do you go for fucking years after the fucking society collapses? You got a goddamn revolver on you got weapons around you.
All the time.
On you. Can you imagine Daryl? Like, he had to walk in there and they're like, you have to give up the crossbow. And he was like, I don't know.
Are you sure?
Like, it was even wild for a little bit watching him take orders.
Yeah.
That was insane where he was just obeying the entire time. This guy didn't obey Rick. When Rick when Rick wanted to kill that one savior, remember when they actually were going to war?
Yeah.
And he was like, I won't kill you, I'll let you live. And then Daryl just goes and shoots him. Like,
Yeah.
Daryl just kills him point blank.
Yeah.
And then after Rick was like, what are you doing, man? He goes, these people deserve to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these guys deserve to die.
Yeah, but Daryl had been through a lot since
Yeah,
then.
well, I mean, he got tortured.
He got tortured.
So, that was definitely
He lived in the
personal.
woods.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Met a lady, had to kill all of her family.
that was wild, too.
That was a weird, like, that felt like a filler season. Like, you have a filler
Yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
and then you have an entire filler season.
Bro, it's not even that. What I want to know is, first of all, and I got beef with Maggie. So first of all,
What Maggie did?
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to give you my reasoning. So she dips
She ain't
out.
do nothing wrong.
She dips, right? She leaves because she's going to go check on other group, how they do it.
She's
You know?
trying to save the
She's
world.
trying to save the world and shit. I get that part. Okay. You leave. For an entire, pretty much whatever it was, a year, 2 years, however long she was on the road for. I don't remember what it was exactly. I think it actually was at 5 years at some point because I remember it being like 5 years later or some dumbass shit.
It was.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, she just dipped for 5 years, which is cool that when she came back, by the way, she brought baggage. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
She
there's
brought
a whole other group hunting her down.
Yeah, they're like, by the way, this group's been hunting us down forever. They don't stop. They only come at night, and when by the time you know you're like they're there, you're already dead. And it's like you didn't
So
think
you brought him back?
you didn't. We handle people that walked with the dead for like a bit, and you brought these fucking guys back. They're just hiding in the fucking woods, camouflage. They're all ex-military.
Yeah.
That one dude, Pope, that guy was a fucking off of his shit.
He was, yeah.
I want to let you know something too, by the way. I don't think a guy like him too, who was off this shit, I think someone reasonable would be like, bro, we gotta get rid of this fucking
Who
guy.
the fuck is this
Like
guy?
this guy is just out here, like, bro. Especially when he threw that dude in the fire. You remember that when he threw
Yeah.
that fucking dude because he was upset about, I forget what it was exactly. He was upset with him about something he didn't do right.
I mean, people were cool with Negan just burning people's faces off with an iron.
I guess, but that was, I think he had too much power, like in the sense of like he had such an army around him at that point. But it was like there was people in that small group that were like, I don't know if he should have done
Did
that.
it kind of weird you out how small that group was?
Yeah,
Because Maggie was like, they've destroyed whole communities. I'm like, there was like 8 of them.
and not to mention Daryl got in that.
Daryl just showed.
And then picked them off one by one.
Like 4 separate times in those last couple seasons, Daryl was just like, nah, I'm one of you. I don't know these people.
Yeah, he just kept lying about it. He just kept lying.
He
about
just kept being like, oh, shit.
it. Yeah, I don't know these people.
Like,
at
how
all.
many times has Daryl accidentally joined the enemy?
Multiple times.
Many, many times. It's weird how many times he accidentally joins up, and he's kind of cool with it.
Yeah.
He's kind of cool with it all, and then he goes, oh, shit, it's the OG group.
Yeah. But the thing is, that is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like the entire time, he's like going from group to group, and he's kind of like, "This is what I got to do right now because I don't know when I'm gonna see him next." And then when you do run into them, you're like, "Fuck, I gotta trade. I gotta turn my back on.
I gotta
these guys."
betray every
gotta-
person in this
Yeah.
fucking community now. Daryl just plays DayZ.
Yeah,
Daryl's
that's
just
what-
playing like
yeah,
DayZ.
dude.
He's got a crossbow,
Yeah, joining fucking groups, leaving them,
leaving him just cause.
executing a few people on the way out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's
He
what
does
did.
do that a lot.
He does that a fuck ton.
Yeah.
He does that so much.
That time that him and Beta just had a knife fight, like just Daryl was like, all right, 2 blades. It's like, you guys still have guns. You guys are still actively carrying guns. And they're like, nice. This is the way.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. It was so much weird shit in that one too, because it was just like these Commonwealth people too. And I'm like, no way anyone would think these guys are the leader. Like if anybody was like, hey, you
Yeah.
know, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like if anyone was like, hey, I think I'm going to take control of this community because we're getting some people now. I used to be former government. You're not it.
Well, you got voted in last year. I guess that still stands. Your term ain't up.
Yeah.
You got 2 more years till re-election.
That carries over when we form it back and it continues.
It carries on.
Yeah, it carries over. But and then the funny thing is, Daryl, the only guy at the end, at the very last episode there, he's like, the problem is you try to make it back to normal.
Yeah.
Like he's the only guy that had a reasoning. Like reasonable thing where he was like, that's the problem. You guys were trying to make it like before and it was shit then. You know what I mean?
It wasn't great.
It wasn't great when you had
It was really weird that the last like season and a half was just like basically just about classism.
It was.
Like, this is not the show, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is not, like, they are ripping people's faces off over here.
Yeah.
This is not when you tackle socioeconomic issues.
Yeah.
All right? This isn't you guys.
Especially when they were just like, like the Commonwealth. Because, like, don't get me wrong, they had a military and stuff like that, so I understand that point of view. But, like, to be honest, if I was, first of all, crazy that Maggie leaves for 5 years, she comes back to Hilltop, it's like, I'm just going to keep running it.
Oh, they were like, oh, thank God. A competent person to be in charge.
Yeah.
Like, they've been like, Jesus can do it. Jesus died.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He died so fast.
Who's next? Tara?
She died.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about Tara.
Yeah, she died.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I just forget about Tara all the time.
Honestly, because I'm thinking about the last episode now, the way Rosita.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
She died?
Yeah, you don't remember how she goes out?
Jake, those last seasons every episode is forgettable.
Yeah. I try to remember the last one specifically just to like really like sink
How'd she go out?
She was fighting that like fucking crazy that the zombies can climb. Anyways, it's a whole separate thing. When they were trying to, by the way, that scene was so unrealistic. The one scene where she does. So it's fucking Gabriel, Eugene, and Rosita, and they're fucking
Dream team.
She got a baby, by the way. She has a baby. So it's trapped in the front. Like, she has it wrapped up in the front. She can't, like a baby holder thing.
Oh.
And then remember, she falls.
Yes.
And then Eugene and Gabriel are like, no.
No.
And then all of a sudden, of course, she has a machete on her and fucking,
Yeah.
she's like, climbs up on the Jeep and then jumps. But do you remember how they climb up? They climb up some little shit, like water drain.
Yeah.
Like, water drain is not holding 3 people.
No. Well, depends how well it was put in, but no, it's
you
not.
know what I mean. It hasn't been attended to. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's been hanging there for a bit.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And then it was weirdly almost felt good for her that I'm like, finally she's done. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
She's been fucking strong for too long.
Bro, fucking Abraham kind of fucked her over, and then she watched him die a brutal death.
Yeah.
And then
She got with Spencer.
yeah,
And then
another
brutal
brutal death. And then there was someone else. The fucking doctor. That doctor dude.
The doctor dude?
Yeah, the guy that she had the baby with.
Oh!
Because it wasn't Gabriel.
Yeah,
it was the other fucking guy.
that guy who got Carl killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes. That guy.
Yeah.
And then Gabriel. And then Gabriel, the ending, he has to pray to her. You know what I mean? He has to pray because he's the priest, but he has to pray to her. But like that, like you're saying by that way is what I'm trying to get at. Felt bad actually because it was just like I felt bad, but I was also like this girl went through so much. It's almost sucks the way that she went out that way, but it was almost like it's kind of like you almost need like it's like this girl went through so much, but I don't even know. Like she almost needed a break, bro. She almost needed a break.
Like I used to think Sasha had it bad. Yeah. She fell in love with Bob. Bob died.
Mm-hmm.
Fell in love with Abraham.
Right, Bob. Yep.
Abraham died.
Yep.
But Rosita, she had Abraham, the doctor guy, Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she had one more on him.
Yeah, bro. Well, even Carol.
Yeah, Carol.
Her daughter right in the fucking
right
beginning.
in the start.
Right at the fucking...
And then she really didn't lose anyone personal after that.
That kid. But she took that
She
personal.
killed her. She did it. Carol shot her.
No. I'm saying the... I can't think of the kid's name. Why can't I think of his name now? He was the one kid's brother from the kingdom. He was the little guy. Had the stick and shit.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He ended up dying from
the older brother. The older brother.
No, the younger brother.
The younger brother? Oh, yeah, you're right.
The older brother died.
Yeah, the older brother died, but then the younger brother got decapitated.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I forgot about him.
And then I remember that scene. Like, when that first happened, that was wild.
That was wild.
That's what I mean. Because, like, that was season 9. Because that was the end of season 9. Yeah. And it was like, that's what brought it back. Where it was like, okay, this is a different group. This group's, like, taking, like... Yeah. They made an example of everybody. Like they took, they took like 9 people.
Yeah.
And then they decapitated all of them.
Just like put their heads on sticks.
Yeah. That's the border now. Like that's the fucking border now.
We were trying to think of a way to make it clear to you guys where the border's at, so we just went heads on sticks. Little class act.
Just so you really know. So we send a message.
So the head's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's stay on the stick.
As soon as I fucking seen any form of government too, I was fucking mad. I was this guy. I got angry instinctively.
Well, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Groups get together and they make terrible ideas.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
That season was really bad though.
Yeah.
I really do like the way they ended it though with the Rick and Michonne thing.
Yeah.
Like where they're writing to each other. Like I thought that part was sick. Don't know what that jacket's about. What kind of wanted? Do you know what that jacket's about?
Yeah.
Like, why? Is it comic? Like I don't know. I don't know that part.
There's been a whole other show about that fucking shit.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You know Jadis?
Yes.
For the junkyard lady?
Yep.
So you know how she was part of that organization the whole time?
Yeah.
That's why the helicopter pad was in the junkyard.
Yeah.
That's why they had a fucking apartment just set up in a sea can in the junkyard. That's why she was trading people to that fucking organization. Anyway, so they have a whole other show where she's now like in command of that organization.
Mm-hmm.
And someone asked her at one point, "How'd you get there?" She goes, "I gave them something incredibly valuable. So people think it's Rick." She gave him Rick.
Is that a new show that's out now?
It's been out for a while, yeah.
Oh, has it?
I think it's. Can you look this up, Rand? I'm sorry. It's Walking Dead Worlds Beyond, I think.
Worlds Beyond? I actually have heard of this.
I think it's that one. There's like a lot of shows from The Walking Dead. But that one was, no one really talks about that one.
Is it bad?
I don't know if
Is it worse than the other one that you had?
No, that was awful.
How long has this been out for? 2 seasons, 2020. This on fucking Prime?
Yeah, maybe this isn't it. Oh no, Jadis is in it. So
Yeah, I see.
I think this is it. Yeah,
Check if there's gonna be a season 3. That one question right there. Yeah.
there's already 2 seasons in that. That's all right.
I actually may just watch it if it's only 2 seasons.
It's only
I may
2
try to
seasons.
rip through it.
I might go back. I might try and get back into Fear just because I'm at the point where Morgan comes in. But it gets bad. Apparently, it gets even worse.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like they had to time jump because they wanted Morgan to be in it. So they had to time jump 2 years after a cliffhanger.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then most of it's told in flashbacks, like how they got to that point. But then one of the drug addict, he dies. But they keep having flashbacks about him. And then inside of one of these flashbacks, he has a flashback. So there's a flashback about the dead guy, and then the dead guy has a flashback within the flashback.
Wow, and they really are
Because he was like the only character that people kind of liked.
Yeah.
And then they killed him off.
Fuck.
But they still wanted to be there so people would watch.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And then Morgan's there.
Yeah, like I wanted to watch that, but you told me it's not worth it.
It's not.
And you said that Rick and Michonne show comes out in February.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so sick.
Have you watched that trailer yet?
No, I kind of want to watch it.
Let's watch that.
Let's watch that.
Watch
Yeah,
that 30-second trailer.
the new Rick and Michonne trailer. What's that one called? The Walking Dead 2?
The Ones Who Live.
The Ones Who Live. That is what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they did tease it. They teased it at the very end. We're the ones who live.
Yeah, because they said it like the whole time.
Yeah, the entire time.
Yeah. It's like a 30-second clip.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it an actual trailer going to come out?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah. Is it not
Fantastic.
loading in general?
Hey, there it is. Wait, no, that's not it, is it?
It says the Ones Who Live teaser trailer.
All right. Oh, wait, no, is that it? The second one. Yeah, it's a week ago from The Walking Dead. He's wearing the jacket.
The jacket looks sick.
Yeah.
I'd get that. The
Yeah?
Biohazard jacket? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that looks sick.
It's got the symbol.
That,
on the back.
I lost my shit when I seen it.
Yeah,
Like when
I
I
was-
finally seen him at the end.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I honestly was so happy that they brought him in.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want them to wrap the show out without him, but I like the way they did it. Like Rick and Michonne messaging each other.
Like, yeah.
And
And
then-
Daryl went out to look for him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This organization's in the Daryl show.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I think it's how Daryl got it, because I've only seen the first episode. I think that's how Daryl got to Paris.
Oh, it's from them.
Yeah, like he was looking for Rick.
What? And then they trick him into like going to Paris.
No, I think he got captured
Oh.
and then escaped on a boat. Because I think Rick's in like fucking Europe.
Is he in Europe?
I think he's in like fucking Europe.
God damn, is our Wi-Fi just shit today?
Probably.
It's got to be just fucking garbage. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, it's just one of them days.
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna fucking watch it after. It's not that deep. I
Pretty
am gonna
deep.
watch
I
it.
want to watch it. I want to know.
I want to know too.
Keep talking, I'll just keep letting it load.
Okay, bet. But yeah, no, dude, I want to fucking see that. I want to see the Daryl show. You said you watched the first episode, eh?
Yeah, it's not free on YouTube.
It's free on YouTube.
Yeah, The Walking Dead posted it.
Did they?
Yeah, because they wanted people
How
to
long
watch
was it?
An hour.
Was it?
Yeah.
I want to watch that one.
It's crazy. It's just weird watching everyone run around with muskets.
Everyone's running around with a musket?
Yeah. Like flintlocks, pistols, and muskets.
Okay. I didn't think that. I mean, I guess it's fair if you got a crossbow. You know what I mean?
Daryl hasn't had a crossbow the whole first episode. He didn't.
He didn't have one?
No.
Oh, my God.
Because, he just woke up on a boat.
Is that how it starts?
The boat was flipped over, and he was just laying on top of this flipped over, like, rowboat.
Oh, my
And then he
God.
woke up on the beach, looked around, and was like, I can't read that fucking sign. It's not a good,
Dude,
not a good sign.
I want to see that. I want to see it so bad, like this fucking trailer now. God damn it.
This 30-second trailer, yeah.
I would love to see this 30-second trailer. I just wanted the tease.
I've been waiting to watch it with you.
Fuck your ads, bitch.
Of course, the ad fucking. Oh, full screen it.
I tried to get away. Please know I tried.
Fuck.
But I failed.
What the fuck is going on here today? Our things are so.
Another ad.
This is an average day at the FC Studios.
February.
That what it says February?
Yeah.
February.
Yeah, so pause it real quick. Pause it real quick. So the reason they made walkers be able to climb walls right at the end is so they could start bringing in like specials, like specialty zombies. So like ones that
You shouldn't be able to have that.
every other zombie thing on Earth has that.
But they don't need it.
They didn't need it. They didn't need to do that, but they have now. So basically, the organization that captured Rick, they have to fight this very specific strain of walkers. Now I think it's like they're just tougher and faster or some shit. So they basically have Rick in like a fucking arena,
Yeah.
just trying to see if there's a way to kill these things easier and trying to kill as many walkers as they can. So that's where he is now.
Okay.
I tried to get away. Please know I tried. I tried, but I failed. Just know I love you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So
It's funny because
we haven't talked about Michonne leaving yet. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
It's just
She ran into like two people and then it zooms out and then there's like 100,000 fucking people marching.
yeah.
What the fuck was that?
They still never addressed that.
They haven't at all.
They better address it in this shit.
They have to.
They have to.
They have to. She's still wearing the armor.
Yeah.
She got on armor and a horse mask.
I can't wait till they fucking that comes out because I'm actually gonna watch it so heavy
Yeah.
because I'm so invested in that. I want to watch the Daryl show too, but Daryl says the same thing in his trailer. I think like just know I tried or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I think they're all saying like that. Wouldn't it be cool, bro? Imagine how because like how long this show's been gone, and then like me and you being fans of it, especially from like a younger age, and it's like, bro, imagine when it's finally all wrapped up, like it's finally all fucking done and said, and like imagine when like Daryl and Rick and Michonne all meet up again. That would be insane because that's literal
Years away.
Years away. Like you know what I mean? Because they have to do full on shows.
Yeah.
And then they gotta get the money to do the show where they finally meet back up together.
They better get the money. Like imagine like Daryl doesn't do well enough, and then the ones who live don't do well enough, and they just never.
That'd be a piss
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, it would.
Because you just want them to be.
And we'll have to record our own.
Because. Yeah. We'll have to come up with the money for it.
We have a camera already. What money do we need?
Yeah. Listen, Andrew, and Norman, come here. Let's sit down. Let's sit down at the podcast table. Let's talk. Talk it out. Let's get another
Let's
one.
get your
going.
theories.
Let's get your theories. What do you guys want to do?
I was just thinking you and I could dress
How much
up.
money do you think you need?
I got $50 on me right now.
Like, what can we make? No, that'd be interesting because it'd be just a piss off because you got to think too. Daryl just assumes he's dead, or like not really dead, but just missing and gone.
Yeah.
Because he just can't find his body.
Yeah. I mean, and Judith said so. And Judith was like, my dad's alive. And that's why Daryl left.
Because he believed.
Isn't
her.
it kind of weird that no one asked where Michonne went?
I mean, no one really asked Michonne, but she let Judith. Which like it was cool that she didn't come back either.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? She just was. This is a radio. This is a radio call. Like I'm not gonna come back in and stop. You know, let everyone know. Maybe gather some supplies before I head on out.
No.
You know, she was just like, I'll radio my daughter and
Let her know.
let her know I'm not coming back, which is always good.
Yeah, and then not a single person asked where she went.
Yeah. No one asked.
Like, oh, she's gone? Thank fuck. Oh, my God.
What about when she was pregnant with fucking RJ and then she had to fucking kill those people that fucking came into her Alexandria? Remember when Rick just first left? Do you remember
She
the
had to
flash?
kill people?
She had to kill kids.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what
I
I'm talking
that,
about?
Yeah.
That part? Do you
That's- yeah.
Like, no one even talks about that.
No, I kind of gloss over that.
Yeah, and then like not to mention Daryl didn't do. First of all, Daryl went with her to find him, but Daryl didn't have to do a thing. But when he came out and realized what happened, he's like, I need to get RJ. Come on, bud.
Come
Get
on,
outta
buddy.
here.
Let's go.
Which was wild, by the way. That's that when I first seen that when that was first coming up. I never fucking.
No.
I was never expecting because I was like, no, because especially when like they were coming out individually with like weapons, I was like, no, don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, that was so hard, especially for that fucking girl when she just turned on them.
Yeah.
You gotta take all your fucking shit. We're out of here. See ya. You know what I mean?
We're going to have to kill these fucking 13-year-olds.
I think she did it with a minivan too, which was also interesting.
Wow.
Where-
Okay.
yeah, where she just backed it up, stole everyone's food, and got out, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy that you just were able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Also, I don't know. I don't think you should be able to climb the zombie thing. Like, you brought up that zombie thing. I don't think you should be able to climb.
I mean, they climbed in the first episode.
Yeah, but it's like that one is like, dude, to be honest, can I be honest with you? I find it'd be more realistic if they can climb in the beginning because they're newer, they're fresh, they're not as deteriorated.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why does this one that has half of his fucking body gone able to climb all of a sudden? Like, you know what I mean?
It's weird that now they just started. They're like, wait a minute. I can open this fucking door with my hand. I've been slamming on this window for 20 minutes. I can open the door.
One of my favorite parts, by the way, is when I think it is, honest to God, I think it's the second last episode. And, you know, like Negan, like they kind of let Negan be a part of the group for the fight, you know, fight the Commonwealth and shit like that. And, they, like, he just sees a zombie climb up on top of a car. He's like, what the fuck? He's just like, what the fuck?
No, that's everyone's reaction.
Yeah.
That was everyone's
Especially
reaction.
when, like, I think it was, I can't remember the fucking one guy's name. The king, like the king's assistant there for a little bit. Why can't I think of the big guy's name? You know
Jerry?
what? Jerry, that's his name. Jerry. When it's like Jerry, Aaron, the Whisperer girl, and someone else. And they're like, I think they're trying to run away, and they shut the door, and then they see the door open, and they're like, "What?
Excuse me."
Yeah, everyone's like, "Dude, they can open the fucking door
They
now."
assumed it was whisperers.
Yeah,
It's like when the fucking walker climbed up there,
and he ripped his.
ripped his fucking face off. Everyone was like, "What?
Yeah, everybody.
The fuck is that?"
That's not a whisper. You know what I mean? Because especially when they tease it, like when they're trying to, like, it's actually Aaron and Jerry who they're like, there's a couple other people there, but they're walking with the fucking horse and like the buggy on the back, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to go through that little horde. Let's just go around it. And then as you can tell when they go around it, you see that zombie turn and like look at them, but it's like. That's what it did originally when it was the Whisperers the first time. When that person turned their head and the camera zoomed in on its face, it did that. So everyone, like, at first,
like, oh shit, it's a whisper.
you're like, oh my God, they're back?
There's
And
still
then-
some left.
And then you're just like, especially when you hear, like, there's no breach. How do they fucking get over it? And then they're just fucking able to climb shit. Especially, like, the Commonwealth door thing. Like when they were able to climb up the tower.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you.
Like, to be honest, I don't even think they could be able to climb something like, because it was straight. Like, you know what I mean? Like the poles were just straight like this. You think a dead
Decomposing corpse.
Yeah, is able to be like you think it's gonna be able to be that functional and get up like that?
No.
Like, listen, I don't even care about the grabbing thing. The grabbing thing, because they could technically grab, but there was one thing where they teased it where I think it was like Rosita went to go like that, and the zombie actually grabs her fucking hand.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Where the zombie I think she's trying to go, and then the zombie grabs it. I remember that part.
I don't remember that.
Which I'm fine with that. Like, if you kept that in. But when they were like, oh, they can climb, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. How do you for years? Could you imagine that though? Like, imagine being in the apocalypse for 15 years. You're a part of this community where you have walls, and you just do. It's like simple protocol. Maybe if a herd comes, you lead them away. You try to get a couple, maybe, and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do when they're like, hey, there's a little horde coming. Oh, just let them walk by. Everyone just be quiet, stay in your homes or whatever. And all of a sudden, they're climbing up the fucking wall, and you're like, what the fuck?
Like nowhere safe.
For years, though.
I mean, except Alexandria, you can't climb the outside of the walls.
Well, that one you can't. But do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
other places, it's just like, bro, when the fuck did you add this shit? You know what I mean? I still think though. That zombies wouldn't be around for that long if they were decomposing at that rate. I still do believe that. I get it. You had to do it because it's the whole show. But if we're talking realistically,
depends when they turned.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, some of them. As the seasons go on too, they
some
look
of them are
significantly
fucking
worse.
Yeah.
Like God, they were stuck in salt water or something. They're fucking bloated to shit.
Yeah.
I actually watched. You know what other movie me and her watched the other day was fucking Zombieland. I forgot how good that movie is.
Zombieland is good. Second one wasn't great.
Second one wasn't as good, but the first I rewatched the first one.
Real good.
And it's fucking good.
It's real good.
Especially when they fuck with him, Bill Murray, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there. He's like, I got him. I got him. I got him. You know what I mean? That movie was good. Yeah. And that also, I'm not even mad at that one because, the variants. But they lead you with that, and it's supposed to be kind of funny. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like...
Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
No, but I heard it was good. And I heard Days Gone was good.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah,
Days
it was
Gone.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might play it again. Probably not. But yeah, Left 4 Dead was fucking great, man. That was the original zombie game.
Didn't they make a movie on that?
Left 4 Dead?
Yeah. I thought they made a movie. I could be tripping.
I don't think so. Did you play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, I love
Left 4 Dead is the best.
Is there only one, or is there a couple? 4?
There's 2.
2?
Yeah. And then they made a remake and called it Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
Wasn't
good.
great. Wasn't great.
Oh.
No, they really fucked that up.
They really
fucked it up, man. It wasn't great. It wasn't fun.
Well, also games that you've played, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You finished that in a
2 days, yeah.
2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it like the
Yeah, it was like Miles Morales. You
Yeah.
can play as Miles Morales.
Yeah.
You can swap between the two.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
And there's some missions that are only for Miles and some that are only for Peter. And Venom's in it. So you get the symbiote suit. It's tight as fuck.
That's sick.
Actually, it's 3 separate symbiote suits you get to wear.
Really?
Technically. Well, two are technically the same one, but
I think James Hardy was a good guy for him to play.
yeah.
The Venom guy.
Yeah.
Because
You
it
mean
was
Tom Hardy?
Oh, what did I say?
You said James Hardy.
Did I say James Hardy? Whoops, yeah, I meant Tom Hardy. I don't know why I said that.
I don't think I saw the second one.
I heard the second one wasn't as good.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. My uncle actually told me that weirdly. It wasn't good.
It wasn't
And
good.
my uncle doesn't like anything, so that's probably not the guy
Checks
to
out.
take it from.
Checks out. I don't know.
But he told me it wasn't that
Hasn't
good.
been any good movies in a while. I can't remember last time I enjoyed it.
Dude, everything's just a fucking we got to redo shit. There's
Yeah.
no creativeness anymore.
Wow. I'm hoping this writer's strike thing kind of sorts that out.
You think it will?
No.
Because people here they redo so many Disney movies now too.
Yeah?
You know what I mean?
They're redoing Disney movies?
Yeah, didn't they just redo the Mermaid recently?
Yeah, but that was a live action one.
I guess, yeah.
Everybody was all pissed off about that.
Why are they-
About the mermaid?
Yeah, because she's black.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's the mermaid.
The Little Mermaid?
Yeah. Everybody got pissed off that
Okay.
she was black. But there was another one.
Why do the kids care?
I mean, the kids don't know. Their parents are like, "What the fuck?"
There was another one though that they just redid. think it was a Cinderella or something like that they redid, and the fucking actor was like almost pissed that she was playing this character. It was like she was playing a character where it was like the princess is like a big part of the character is like that she relies a lot on the male character, like her boyfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking lady that played her was pissed about it. And everybody's like, what are you fucking... That's the fucking story. What are you talking about? It was like Snow White or something like that. And she was pissed that Snow White had to be kissed by a man. Like, bro, that's the fucking classic story.
yeah,
Why did you take the role?
Yeah, I don't know. That like, I don't think that it's that deep for movies like that.
Nah, man.
I just saying like you don't like all I was getting at was the reboot shit was this like it's like man you can't come up with nothing original.
No.
Like yeah okay maybe you're right. I'm not talking about Disney movies specifically. Maybe that was a bad example. But I'm saying like most movies now they just feel like
You've seen it.
You like why
Like
you got to
you've seen
redo
it.
it? Like
Yeah.
listen, the new when they made that other Top Gun, I don't think it was that bad. Like I think it was pretty good. But it's like, god damn it, man, you can't think of something else.
Like they keep making old movies is what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like, we got to give you the backstory on after his dad died, what his son did. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care, man. Like, I just want to
Give me
see
another
something
story,
new.
dude.
Like, even the Meg 2, it's like the Meg 1 was fun because it's just a shark hunting down a man.
Big ass shark, one dude.
And then it was just like this second one. Like, I couldn't even get halfway through it. Like, I was like, dude, I'm like, this isn't even... It was so cringy.
You already killed it one shark. Like, why
Yeah.
do I need to see him do it again?
Yeah, and they're like, there's actually 4. There's 4 megalodons that are huge, and they all eat each other.
How are you guys not seeing 4 of them?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like,
just, I got
like
picked
there's
up.
one in the ocean, sure. You could miss that.
Well, dude,
but 4 of them?
it was fucking stupid too, because the Meg 2, like they end up getting one in captivity, which we've always, throughout life, that's always worked out. And
Makes
then,
sense to me.
Yep. And then, the way this megalodon breaks out, you think if you had a Meg in a cage, you're probably Probably got some solid doors, right? You got some solid doors to hold that.
It's already in the cage. Dude.
This thing tapped it one time.
Oh.
One time it tapped the gate,
How strong is a fucking fish, bro?
fell down.
It's a fucking fish.
Like,
How's that fish getting out of there?
breaks down the thing. It's in the ocean. First of all, why do you have access to the ocean? Like, I get it needs ocean water, but why is it like able to have access like that? Like, we gotta send it out because you don't want that thing out in the water ever,
No.
right?
You'd think you'd have like something around the cage.
Yeah, to stop it
Yeah.
from getting out into the middle of the ocean. They're like, it's gone. It's not in the cage anymore. By the way, they had to wake up and find out. They didn't have like an alarm system that let them know, like, hey,
They walk out there to feed the shark and like, shit.
they're like, yo, man, I'm not really seeing any movement back here.
you see the shark in there?
Oh, why is this gate open and not missing? Oh.
Shark got out. Who do we
Like,
call?
you imagine you got to make that call.
We
Listen,
lost a shark.
boss. I came in this morning, clocked in for my shift. You're not gonna believe this
The
shit.
night crew lost the shark. I don't know.
Yeah. Which is also wild too. That in that movie, it just pisses you off because again, it's supposed to be for fun. I understand it, but it pisses you off. Like if you think about it logically, like no one was watching it. You know what I mean? No one was watching one of the biggest animals on the fucking planet, the
Yeah.
biggest fish or whatever on the fucking planet. A megalodon where they're like, this fucking thing is just 10 times bigger than a great white. I forget what the
They
fuck
can't
he
even
said.
keep great whites in captivity. You're like, let's get a fucking megalodon in there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, at one point, the guy's like, I've had her since captivity, so she'll swim with me. And then he goes and jumps in with the fucking shark. It
Is that
doesn't
your
work.
first time trying that? Like, why? I don't think that you don't. One day you're just like, nah, she trusts me.
It reminds me of that fucking one story, the actual true story of that grizzly man. You ever see that documentary called The Grizzly Man?
Where he lives with the bear?
He lives with the bear, and the bear at the end, you find out that at the end of the documentary that the bear actually ends up killing the guy.
Oh, no.
You don't remember? You don't know what I'm
I
talking
didn't
about?
see that. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, he ends up dying from the bear.
But they live together.
I don't think that bear was thinking about if they were living together or not.
What was the relationship between the man and the bear?
I don't remember. I
Were
haven't
they
watched.
like sharing a house, or was the bear like in a
He
cage?
was just chilling with the bear, man. He would chill with it, he'd fucking cuddle up next to it, but then, one day just maybe you missed its feeding and it was hungry and you were the next thing. Right? It's like anything. It's like any animal, really.
Yeah.
It's seriously like any animal. Once you miss its feeding thing, they're like, all priorities go out the window. You think this lovey-dovey shit
No.
You feed me. That's how That's how most like relationships, especially when it comes to animals, work. They're like, this thing feeds me.
He's all right.
He's all right. I'll get
now.
whatever he wants to pet me. I'll allow it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll allow it.
Sounds like free grooming to me.
You know, feeds me some grub. Sometimes he drops some shit on the floor. You know, so can't complain. He's gone for most of the day.
Yeah. I don't understand the people who get like monkeys as pets though.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll never get that.
Bro. It's just because they're so aggressive.
They're really aggressive.
They're just so aggressive,
They're
and
so aggressive.
it's also like
It's like not what I'd want as a pet. It's too close to a person.
I also feel like I trip myself out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say I had a monkey and we were sitting down watching TV, and I just like I took some edibles, and I'm just like,
Bro, are you laughing?
I'd be like this. What do you think about everything that's going on right now in the world? And then it does finally talk, and then I'll be like, fuck.
Why would it talk, Jake?
I don't know. You don't know. What about if it does? What about if I'm so high and I'm just like, it did talk?
I don't know. You just vibe with it, I guess.
I'd vibe with it.
Yeah. Eventually, you just
until
vibe with
until it fucked me up. But
Well, at one point you'd be like, "Are you hungry?"
I would be like that.
I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Yeah,
You know
you're
that whole
hungry.
documentary that told you don't eat in front of chimps? Like that whole documentary that was like, hey man, don't eat in front of them because they don't like that shit at all. Like
What if you feed them first?
I weirdly feel like I know an orangutan could still fuck you up or a baboon can still fuck you up, but I really feel safer with them than an actual chimp because I know a chimp, like especially a hairless one.
Yeah.
You imagine just sitting there, like it's in the fucking chair like this. Just this. This is how it's in the chair.
You
He's
wake
watching
up.
TV.
You wake up and he's just walking around the hallway. No.
Yeah, like he's standing up. He's just like
Yeah. No. I'm not dealing with that.
jumps in your bed. Imagine that jump. Fuck, that ain't like a dog jumping in your bed. That's a fucking, wakes you up,
It could hurt.
hits your back. Oh, my vertebrae. My vertebrae's gone.
Grab my phone. Grab my phone. I can't walk.
Yeah. Dial 911. Dial 911. You broke my spine. My spine is no longer in use.
What are you naming it?
I'm gonna name it like an actual like Frank.
Like,
I'll name
George.
it like Fred. Yeah, George. That's fair. Like just like an actual human name.
Oh,
so
I got the joke.
So I'm just like I'm like, hey Frank, go back. And they're like, who are you talking to on the phone? I'm like, just talking to my chimp. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You just broke my spine.
Yeah, be careful. He's not used to strangers. So when you come in, just be calm.
I'd tase him right away.
He's not very cool with strangers. He bites at my friends when they come over. Which is crazy with chimps too, because they know the things you use, like your fingers, your toes, your cock, you know, things like that. So they'll just fucking rip that thing
I'll
right
rip
off,
it right off.
which is insane.
Your lips.
That's insane to think though, that it's like they're that strong.
Oh
though.
no, they're incredibly
Do
strong.
you get what I'm saying? Like they're that strong that it could just grab you, and then like, could you like, especially even knowing that, could you imagine a chip that like a chip does grab you, like
Shit.
yeah.
To rip off my hand.
You like? Do you think like if it if a chip touched you and like right away you got tense, like do you think it would
It
know?
would freak out.
Do you think it would know? Like
Yeah.
you went like that and it just like this motherfucker's scared of me. That's interesting.
Showed weakness right away.
He has clothes and I don't.
What?
Because he made us be like, I don't know, this chimp has clothes, so he's scared. Him being scared is weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They may think like that. I don't know. You know, I wonder what they truthfully think when people are documenting them. I wonder if they like amongst that. I know there's no actual communication, but I wonder during that Chimp Empire documentary, they were just like, you see these motherfuckers over there with the camera? I'm gonna try and test my limits here.
They're just like those some weird looking fucking animals.
Yeah. Well, they're not fucking with us.
They're not eating.
I wonder if any time, like the 30 years that they have been there, like that, the research group, I wonder if there's been any times where they've actually got like attacked.
Probably.
Because they don't talk about it at
I'll
all.
look it up.
Yeah, we could look it up. What about I would say what was it called? The Ningogo research. I don't even know what you would search up.
Chimp Empire documentary team. Chimp attack.
Well, no, it'll just bring you a clip
Cool.
of a chimp attack. Has there been any chimp attacks during a documentary? Like, that still won't come up the way we want it to. Yeah. Wow, shooting a documentary. That's a better one.
Nice.
Oh, fuck,
yeah,
I
I
forgot.
forgot.
I forgot right away. Our internet's not doing good today. Fuck. God damn it, dude. Well,
Whatever.
I guess we'll never know.
Just look it up at home.
We just fucking look. May have to look it up on our phone. Just search it up on your phone. See if
Search it up on
anything.
your phone, bring
See
it
if
up.
anything comes up. Cause now I am curious. If fucking.
They probably have. It's been 30 years.
It's probably like all those nature people. You know what I mean? Like all those nature. Like
You ever seen those where they're like recording gorillas and then a gorilla will just kind of grab a leg
that
and just,
one dude?
just walk away with it?
Dude, and that dude, you could see it in his face too. Like when the gorilla does grab him, he looks right away at everybody else, like, "Bro, help!" Because you can't freak out in
No,
front
you
of them.
can't
You
freak
can't
out.
freak out.
No.
So as soon as it grabs him, starts dragging him, you just see him like this, getting dragged away.
I'm dead.
Like, dude, like, no, but that is
Yeah.
that look that he gave you. He's like, just let my family know I love them. Like, you know what I mean? That's exactly what it was. Be like, I can't believe this is how I'm gonna go out.
And then it just dropped him.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God it
Just
fucking.
dragged him a few feet and was like, whoop. That was heavy.
Because gorillas, you can't make eye contact with them. Imagine like even a fucking like those people who take like the wildlife fucking pictures
Yeah.
or whatever. You're like taking a picture of like a bear
Like a mountain lion.
mountain lion.
Yeah.
Bro, have I said this story before? I probably have. Where it's like the video of the guy, he's in camp. So there's he's in camp and a bear comes into his camp. Like he has a little GoPro set up or some shit. And so the bear walks into where like the fire was and everything, and he walks out of it. He's just by himself, by the way, this guy.
Yeah.
And he opens the gate and he's like telling the bear to shoo, and it's fucking insane because the bear's not even like kind of like the bear doesn't look like it's giving him any attention, but as soon as he like goes like this to like, you know, shoo, get out of here, when he turns his head, the bear fucking swipes at him. The bear fucking swipes at him, bro. Hits him in the stomach. He's fine. He did have a scratch mark, but it just nicked him. And it's like, bro,
Could have been it.
that could have been it. Like,
That could've been it
dude,
really
he
easy.
swipes your stomach, your guts fall, you're done.
You're dead.
That's
Yeah.
it. You're done right away. Not to mention during the scrape, if he did cut your intestines and anything, you know what I mean? Like
He's
you're
going to bite you.
But yeah,
He's going to bite you.
and you're fucked. You're fucking dead. God, did you find anything?
No, the only things that's really coming up is like chimp or like chimp attacks, and then documentaries about chimp attacks.
I figured.
Yeah.
I figured it wasn't gonna come up right away, but yeah, I don't know. I don't
You ever
like,
seen that video? There's a guy, he's kind of just sitting in a lawn chair by the edge of a cliff overlooking a river. And then a bear kind of just comes out and sits in the chair beside him.
no, but that sounds nice.
Yeah.
I remember
He was kind of like, I'm freaking out right now.
you would be, bro, because bears is like they're just like they try to feel you out too at first.
Yeah.
I know black bears will eat you 100%. Like they'll definitely kill you and eat you. I know grizzly bears. It's more for like you're probably around their cubs, so that's why they're attacking. It's like, bro, I remember one time. Oh my god, I seen this video, and this hunter is like, they're on like just a little motorboat, like you know, it's him and another guy, and they see a cub walking the shore. And they're like, oh my god, like, you know, oh my god, it's a cub, like, you know. And bro, as they're fucking saying that, you just see through the fucking trees a bear hauling fucking ass. And this dude just goes, he says, oh shit, and he goes, bang, like shoots it. He missed it, but
Yeah.
the bear fucked off because it heard a gunshot and
Yeah.
he's fucking dipping. But did you know this? I didn't even know this. In British Columbia, you can't hunt grizzly bears.
Good.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's that good. They fucking can have a good amount of kids every.
Yeah. But they're just not handing out tags for grizzly bears? Is that it?
I think there's a permanent ban in British Columbia to hunt grizzly bears.
Probably
But
because the population was so low.
I think as of now, though, I think it's pretty high. Like I think they're talking about grizzly bears who are coming into like cities now because some wildlife guy was explaining on another podcast where he's like. Because for so long they're used to like they stay away from gunshots, right?
Yeah.
They're like, well, probably someone's hunting us, so
Yeah. Stay away.
they just know stay away. And then if they seen a human, they just know to stay away. But now that they haven't been hunted, they're just like walking into cities and like just eating trash and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think that there's still a permanent ban, but I know that there is a lot of fucking grizzly bears in British
When
Columbia.
was that ban instituted?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Probably like 80s.
Yeah, maybe now it's like fucking.
Usually 90s.
You know what I mean?
So the population's had a while. Was it a permanent ban or was it just like a semi-permanent ban?
I heard it was a permanent ban from the person.
Well,
talking
once-
about it.
once
I'm
that's-
assuming the person's more.
Yeah, once
educated
that
than I am,
happens
but-
more and more, then they'll probably bring it back. But usually the only reason they put in bans on hunting, like complete bans, is because the population's low.
Mm-hmm.
But if the population's back up and enough that they're not scared of people, they might change that.
I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong on this, but I'm almost certain like you're allowed to hunt like wolves and coyotes. Like they encourage you because of how much litters they have and how much like
There was a time where it was banned in certain parts of Canada,
yeah
but they had to lift it because the population was getting so big,
Yeah.
and there was no predators for them.
yeah
So like, okay, we got to do it.
yeah dude. God, there's such crazy animals. I watched a whole documentary. It was a 3-part documentary, but it was just called Predators. So it's like one was took things on polar bears, one had cheetah. One was a cheetah, and the other one was those wild dogs. Wild dogs are insane, bro.
Yeah.
God damn.
How do we tame those?
I don't know, bro, but a wild dog is insane. Like the way they hunt and the way they fucking go. Like they'll attack the animal and they just try to devour as fast as they can because they know like another like a bigger predator will come.
Animal will be there.
Will be there to take it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of insane because especially for how small they are, they don't eat as much. So if they take down like a wildebeest or a buffalo or something like that, they can feed like their. But
It's weird how many families have buffalo as pet.
I also didn't know about wild dogs. They can do that same shit where you know how birds will eat something and then they can regurgitate it into their young's mouth. Wild dogs do that.
Huh.
I didn't even know that. I thought that was only like a bird thing. Weirdly,
Well, dogs eat their own vomit all the time. It just makes sense.
I guess, but like it's just like I never even looked at it. Like I never even thought that never crossed my mind one time.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh yeah, wild dogs. That's how they would feed their young. Because I don't know how I thought. Like I thought they just we gotta drag it back.
Drag some meat back.
Drag it back to the camp or the base, whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know. They're wolves. They're
hole.
dogs. They're the hole. Foxhole. But yeah, did I ever tell you the time that my dad knew he was surrounded by coyotes? So he was hunting in his tree stand. This was last year.
Yeah.
And he like, it's getting dark and, as it gets dark, you can't shoot anymore. So he's just like, well, I better get out of here. But he could hear the footsteps and then he could hear them howling around him all in different directions. So he's like, uh-oh. So what he did was he blasted Zach Bryan music as loud as he could on his phone, put it in his pocket, lit up a dart, and started walking back. And he just took a direction where he didn't thought he heard him. He goes, they were around me, but he goes, once they see that you're kind of like bigger than them and that you're just a hunter, that they don't even want to associate with you anymore. They don't take you down unless they know they can. But it's fucking insane. Like they are smart, like wolves and shit, and like those pack animals, because like they do some crazy shit, man. Like I watched one where they backed up a fucking moose into a creek, and they just waited till it got hypothermia and fell, and then drug it out and ate it.
Okay, that's crazy.
That's insane.
That is insane.
Like they just took both sides of the creek. They just stood there because they knew.
Waited.
Yeah, it's also like when you watch the African one, like the African safari shit, where it's like wildebeest will like, it'll just be just a giant canal of crocodiles in there, and the wildebeest are just like, who's gonna go first? You know what I mean?
You want to try it?
They just know that someone's gonna get got. It's also crazy seeing, by the way, cheetahs eat fucking crocodiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just run up on them while they're on the shore.
Dude, no. They don't run up on them. They hunt them while they're in the water.
Oh, okay.
So I watched a cheetah, because I'm Nature's Metal. Great fucking page if you haven't. Everyone talks about it, so I don't know how. But jumps into the fucking water, and I'm like, what the fuck is this thing doing, dude? I knew cats don't like water.
It's fishing.
And all of a sudden, it just drags out a crocodile, holding it by the neck, dragging it out. I also seen another one where a crocodile was trying, because like as it dries up, they try to go from creek, trying to make each one. Well, one's crossing, and as it's crossing, a pack of lions found it.
Oh.
And they went for it. They killed it and ate it.
Yeah. It's not in the water.
Yeah, it's not in the water. Get got, bitch.
got,
you know what I mean?
Idiot.
But I did I thought it was interesting because I never would have thought, like, never once in my. I guess it's just like if you're hungry,
Yeah.
you know where the food's at. It's just like that is a big risk for that food because it's like a wildebeest. A wildebeest could kick you in the fucking jaw, which I've seen that where like a wild dog will chase wildebeest.
Yeah.
And they get kicked in the jaw, and then they end up dying because they can't chew their food because
Yeah.
their jaw's broken.
Yeah.
Which was insane because I've seen this one jaw where it's broken and it's just like hanging. So like,
Oh.
like that's a rough one. You know what I mean? So they're just like living by just like a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like you're just waiting for it to kind of die because it can't. Which is another way to
Can't
kind of
hunt. Can't eat.
you can't.
Yeah.
So you kind of just chilling there with a
like,
broken jaw. But like that risk is just way more because it's like you jump in there. Because like not to mention you're outnumbered.
Yeah, if you don't get it first shot, you're fucked.
You're kind of fucked.
You're fucked.
Because first of all it has to do is just like turn around and bite you, or it's just whatever fucking 15 are in the water or like food jumped in. Like you know what I mean?
Ah, sweet.
Yeah. And like, bro, another one I've seen too. I think I showed it one time on here where the zebra is trying to cross. And as the zebra's crossing, this fucking crocodile gets it in the stomach and it's like
rips out its intestines.
Rips out its whole intestine. And then it's actually it's fucking insane because the intestines fall out and it's just kind of amazing to see how long that fucking zebra's alive for while its intestines are out, which is insane to think about.
You got that adrenaline.
Just to be conscious.
Yeah, no, it would suck.
Just to be conscious of watching your guts fall out. That's where I got out of that. Where it's like, whew.
Because you can't do anything about it as an animal.
Well, I mean, as an animal, but
Yeah.
I think even as a like, I mean, if your guts, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, but like you could like end the pain.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see.
As an animal, you're just kind of stuck with that.
Yeah.
Like that dog starving to death.
Yeah.
What can it do?
Yeah,
you're stuck with that.
You're just stuck until you starve to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's even like when I was watching that Predator one, it showed you like packs of cheetahs, and this one cheetah, I don't know what happened. I think it had some sort of infection or whatever. I think it got infected by something. They went for a hunt. It got cut open. So as they're like traveling, it's just like as they're moving through, they're trying to like all the other cheetahs are trying to wait for the brother to catch up. And then at some point, they just know that it's like animals just know like at this point it's not gonna be enough, so they just like leave without it and let it die.
Yeah.
It's like they're there for moral support for so long until they're fucking not. You know what I mean? Until they're like, okay, there's no point
Some people say that's what separates us from animals.
that we don't let go.
Yeah, like we bury our dead, like we celebrate the life.
Yeah,
Like animals just let it go.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
they just let nature.
When did we start burying our dead, Jake? Take a guess.
I want to say it was early. Wasn't pretty early. It had to be super early.
Super early. Like way earlier than you're even thinking.
I'm gonna say 900. 900 be even before like.
15 million years ago.
Really?
Nah.
Oh, it's like.
So they found this cave, right? And
I'm glad that I like you do this. This is what you lead yourself into.
yeah, no problem. So they found this cave, and they found like these fucking bones down there, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is like an ancestor of humanity, like a subspecies." And they were like, "That's pretty neat." And they found like a whole skeleton, and they put it together, and they put him on like the genome track to see like where he'd show up. So it was like a pre-existing to Homo sapiens. So before we were even around, by the evidence, before we were even around, to our knowledge.
Oh, I have heard of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then they kept going down into this cave. And they're like, yo, there's more of these fucking like creatures. And they're fucking buried. They're buried down here in the dark in this cave. Did you watch a documentary on it?
No, I heard some
Okay.
guy talking about it.
This fucking like the way they get into this cave is fucking terrifying.
It's a
First-
documentary. Do you know what it's called? We'll talk about it after. Go ahead. Keep
I have
going.
no idea what it's
Yeah.
called. But it's like you got to go into the cave.
Yeah.
It's dark as shit.
Mhm.
Then you got to go up a bit, and then it's a chute that goes down 25 feet, and it's like a foot and a half across. That's not a lot of room. And down at the bottom of the chute in a fucking chamber, that's where they found all these bodies buried. So not only was the species that came around before humans burying their dead, they had a special place to do it.
Yeah.
And they had to go like a whole day when it's bringing this body down there to bury it in that cave.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's carvings on the wall. There's carvings on the wall that look like they were made by tools. So there's a species before us that made
Yeah.
tools.
I know that I heard of that where they keep like drawing it even further back when humans or people
Yeah.
use tools.
But this is before humans. These aren't humans.
Yeah, these are. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What's before humans? Why can't I think?
There's like 1,000 things before humans.
Yeah.
Not 1,000. There's like
You know what I
100
mean,
things
yeah.
before humans. Yeah.
That is interesting. That is interesting because it's like, yeah, how long has it actually been going on? You're right, bro. Because it kind of is wild. But it's weird. Like,
Because if you have a concept of burying your dead,
yeah,
you have a concept of the afterlife.
that's true.
You do.
Yeah. So it could have been like a thing that they were thinking about before. It's probably when they were tripping on mushrooms too.
Probably.
Yeah. But like fucking, I don't know, man. Like that is interesting. You're right. We are the only people that do that. But I mean, I guess you can't just leave fucking. I mean, I thought. Never mind. I'm not going to bring that one up. But
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say when. No, I don't think that was there. I don't want to say it's the wrong thing. But during COVID, didn't fucking. Like, I don't. India wasn't burying their dead, right?
I don't think they do.
They don't.
I think there's a certain religious sect that don't.
They don't do that.
Yeah, they just burn them.
Right.
Yeah, but they were like having to burn
In the street.
a lot of people.
I think it was
at
like
once.
Yeah, because I remember that was like a massive thing.
Yeah, because it was like kind of like the smoke was getting other people sick
Yeah.
because there were so many bodies burning in the street.
Which is
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like because if that's how they started burying, then where did it branch off? Where like Vikings did that, like the fucking where they want to give it to the I forget what it's called. What do they call that? The way you die. They put you on like a mountain, like crows or something eat you. You know what I'm saying? Or falcon? What is it?
Yeah.
Falcons that rip you
You
apart?
pretty much just you sit up on a hill till you die, or you jump off.
Oh, is that it?
I think there's like some of them where you jump off.
Oh,
You're old enough.
I thought you were just dead, and that's how they give you back.
Oh, they just leave you on a mountain.
Yeah.
That's not Vikings.
Who's that?
That's Zoroastrianism, I think.
What did Vikings do? Oh no, you just died. You died. You wanted to die.
You
in battle.
wanted to die in
Yeah.
battle, and then if you were a warrior that got to an old age, if you were like the head of the village or some shit, I think they'd put you on a boat, push you out, and light you on fire.
Oh right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But who is it? What was the one I was just talking about? Who'd you say it was?
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah.
That's what Freddie Mercury was.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah,
know.
it's like basically like they cover your body in like honey and shit,
Yeah.
and just leave you in the woods.
Right. Okay, that's
Well,
what I'm.
I mean, sometimes they have like a special burial area, so it's like they leave you there in the sun, so the birds and animals and shit can get you.
Would like? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because you're dead. But like, would you do that like a natural way? Just let yourself, let them lay in the woods.
Yeah,
Let
from dust to dust. Yeah.
let fucking nature take you over.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be.
Well, that's why some people like cremation more, because it's like instant. Your dust.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I don't think I just want to be rotting in a box. It's kind of weird.
It's just like
Even if you just bury me raw,
the one thing I've always thought that was really weird, truthfully, is like the amount of money for a cat. Like I get
Yeah.
it to a point where it's like, if you were the grieving person, I understand from that point of view, because that's what funeral homes do. They it's fucking crazy it is to say, it's the truth. They take advantage at when you're your most vulnerable. That's why it's like, they'll be like, well, if we get this one though, you're nothing will touch. Like that's what I've never understood. And especially I remember at a young age when my grandfather died, and I had to go to all that because I was just with my dad, and I was listening to these people. And I remember even at a young age, I thought it was weird. I thought it was so weird that like they would push for this more more, and it's just like, bro, just I am gonna do what my grandfather did and make sure everything's first of all covered, and I don't have to worry about that.
You kind
shit.
of really want to do that
Because like I couldn't imagine like spending all that money on it. Like he made sure everything was lined up so his family didn't have to worry about nothing. But it's still, even when he was dead, they still try to push.
Yeah,
They're still trying to be like, hey, we can do this though. It costs an extra $600 though. It's like, no, man, like it's not that also that you like because you care less or anything, which is dumb to me. It's just like if that's the way you're gonna go. You're gonna put him in the casket. Get a casket. If it's I forget. There's two different things.
open casket, closed casket. Is that what you mean?
No, it's like they have the one where you just come in and say hi, and then they have the actual funeral. The wake. That's what I'm thinking of, the wake. If you're going to have a wake, do the wake. If you're going to have a funeral. I know there's people who don't do a wake. They just do a funeral. They don't want to do a wake.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what I mean. Just do it. Wrap it up. I guess do what you want. I'm just saying. Like, I just think when it comes to, like, that stuff, especially I'm thinking, like you just, it's a weird business for me. Because it's just, like, it's kind of, taking advantage of people when they're at their most low. Like, not maybe their most lowest, but they just lost a loved one, and you're just fucking.
You know when that field first started?
I don't know.
Civil War, the American Civil War.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, people were dying, not at home, and they needed a way to send their bodies back.
Yeah.
So they dip them in formaldehyde,
Mm-hmm.
inject them with formaldehyde, and then stuff their bodies with straw, and then send them back.
Right.
Yeah. Because it was, like, a big thing where, like, you'd have the funeral in your living room.
Right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? Fucking movies used to do that. Do you remember like old movies used to have that where it's like, oh, so
Because that used to be what people did.
yeah, like oh, so and so died, and then they're like in the living room with the body. And you're like, what the fuck? I remember because as a kid, I remember looking at that and like, I guess if you didn't have the money for the home, I
Yeah.
guess you know what I mean, the funeral home.
Well, that's why they call it a funeral parlor.
Oh yeah, they
It
do.
was the parlor room.
I didn't. You know what? Never crossed my mind. I don't know why I
You
didn't.
rent
Think
the
of
space out so you don't have to have the corpse in the living room.
it. Yeah,
Because if you got too many people, you don't want all of that in your house.
that's true. Yeah. I never even like. I remember like thinking about that now. I was like, wow, that never crossed my mind one time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one to me. It's a weird one. It just. I think we've talked about that before too.
Probably, yeah.
Like where I'm just like, oh god, it's such a weird business.
Mhm.
Such a weird business to be in. But
Well, it's a lot of money.
yeah, you make a lot of money out of doing it though, right? Like you fucking.
It's weird how many people I know that wanted to be morticians. That was weird.
It's also like that's got to be. I mean, maybe at some point you just get used to because there is a lot harder jobs out there. But it's like to be like okay, you know, because like they're very like obviously every time I've walked in personally to a funeral home, like the people working there, they just like they're very like you know this is where it's at. This is the person like you know,
Yeah.
and like if you're here to see so and so, they're over there. And there's like it's just I couldn't imagine like that job over because it's just all that is all day is just someone coming in and you know it's just grieving like people grieving, which is like you know it can't be. I don't know how great that job is every day.
How much do they make?
I don't even know what they're called.
Morticians or funeral home directors?
Ring, can you just search up how much is a mortician make? Not even on there because if the Wi-Fi's being shit, just on your
looking
phone.
at your phone, yeah. How much does a funeral director make?
Yeah, that's. What do you think? Take a guess right now.
Over 60K.
Over 60K. You think under 100?
Probably, yeah.
Just under? I'm gonna guess 85.
Sorry, Rain, what was that?
Guess for morticians first. I did that one first.
70.
Yeah, I'll say 72.
It averages from 43 to 76.
Is that American or Canadian?
Canada.
Wow.
Okay.
Funeral director. What did you guys say?
I said 85.
I said like 60.
It ranges from 52.5 to 75.
Oh fuck, I was nowhere close. Okay.
I was dead middle.
Yeah, you were dead in the middle.
Bro, embalmer don't make enough.
No,
What does?
Embalmers.
that's the one that like preps the body.
Bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, for viewing.
Sews the eyes shut.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
How much do they make?
From 25 to 58.
It's one hell of a job.
Those people aren't married. Those people don't have families. There's no way. Because you don't do that. You don't do that job and then go home and raise your kids. You
That
don't.
would be
There's
a
no way.
fucking hard job, man. That's all you're
Like
doing.
unless
all
you are
fucking
one
day.
and listening, and I just don't know you somehow. No offense, but that's not a.
That or like, well, no, because they would do the same thing, right? They do the cremation if it has to be, right? Would they be the
That's a
same?
little easier. That's a little easier.
That
than
one's
sewing
a
corpses'
that one's a
eyes
little,
shut.
I guess, but that one is a little easier, but it's also a little weird at the same time. I don't know.
You slide them in there and press the button.
I guess.
Yeah, but when you stum it down like that, yeah. But when you actually think about what's happening
Yeah.
when you press that button, I wouldn't be able to live with it.
I get what you're saying. You get because I think you get like I don't know. Just me.
Yeah.
Slam it shut and press the button.
What are you fucking? You shutting it like you're checking up on something? Like
No
in the
one's
oven?
watching you. No one's in there watching you do it, right?
I don't know. I don't know what.
Can you
goes
view
on.
the cremation?
Probably not.
No.
Actually, if you request,
That's
maybe
a
if you want to be
dude
there.
with headphones in, listening to a podcast, shuts the door and presses the button.
That's a while. You put that picture in my head. I didn't even think about that. Like some dude just listening to a pod. Some dude listening to Joe Rogan talking about fucking lifting or some shit or take your vitamins.
Good point. This guy's on it today.
I searched up, can you view a cremation? cremation. It says witnessing a cremation is permitted in Ontario.
It's allowed.
Yeah, that's weird as fuck.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to physically be there.
Imagine you got to tell the guy who does the cremation that they're going to view it this time.
I have someone looking over my
I got to wear my
shoulder.
uniform. Tell them I got to wear my name tag today.
You know, they're like trying to talk to you. You're like, what?
Sorry. Sorry, what was that?
You got like some like
No, you can't press the button.
yeah, you got like some like 21 Savage playing in your ear. You're like, what's up? Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, this would just take about like I don't know, 7-9 minutes, whatever. It's time. There's like times for it. You know what I mean? Person's a little bigger, maybe it takes a little longer. you know, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying.
Oh, we can't do this here. You won't fit in the chamber.
Oh yeah, there's probably definitely been something like that where it's like we gotta
Split
get
them up.
you gotta get bigger chambers out. Yeah,
You got to split them up.
split them up. Maybe. I don't know how they do it. We'll get one on. We'll get one on and we'll start
You ever
talking.
see that fucking billboard on Jefferson over there? So they think about funerals differently.
No.
Why is he smiling like that?
I know, he's so happy.
Why is he smiling like that? Is it like think about funerals differently or think about death differently? I think it's think about death differently is what it says on that fucking billboard with this fucking smile.
On the corner of
Is it the Windsor Chapel?
Yes.
One? Yeah.
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 He's like smiling and right beside his fucking head, just think about death differently.
And someone looked at that and proved it. Like someone looked at that and was like, "You can
That tree looks great today.
throw that up. Throw that up on the billboard." Where are you having that on? Fucking Jefferson? That's great. Yeah, that would be perfect for where it's at.
Yeah. It's made me rethink some shit sometimes.
When you drive by it,
I stopped there. I'm like, I guess I got another day in me.
I just want to also let you know I ordered Windsor Pizza yesterday.
Yeah.
Never fails. I just wanted to let you know that personally.
Well, yeah. You
some
didn't have
people
to
were
remind me.
complaining, but
Ooh.
fucking Tyler and Matt all the time where they're like, I'm like, it's gonna only take 25 minutes, and then they get mad about that. It's not 25 minutes or 25 minutes exactly. Yeah, I'm calling them out.
It's the best pizza. I fucking hate those guys.
Oh,
I
God.
fucking hate them.
Then I had Matt Scalzo there too. It was a Bears. It's a whole thing. Anyways, I don't even want to talk about that.
It's good.
I don't even want to talk about that. It was gross that he wore that jersey.
I have to talk to Aaron sometimes.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Just fucking gross, eh? Oh my God.
He's never coming to my house. Alex said the same thing. He's like, Aaron's not invited here.
It's funny. I didn't even know. I just walked into my garage on Saturday. Didn't know he was there.
Alex?
Yeah, he just showed up. He was like, "What's up?"
Okay. Yeah.
He
He
didn't
didn't tell me he was gone either.
I asked him. I said, "Where's Chase?" And then after he was like, "Chase is at home. I think he's got to do homework or some shit." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
all right." And then after he goes, 20 minutes till the food's done. He leaves. He's like, I gotta go pick up Gloria.
Mm.
I'm gonna come right back. I'm like, he never showed back.
Yeah, he never came back. Yeah. Yeah. Why would he?
It's okay. Would you eat pulled chicken fajitas?
Yeah. Why not?
They were good.
Yeah.
That's what I made.
Getting penalty box on Friday. That's our grad lunch.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice. I make a better chicken delight.
Getting it delivered right to the store.
Ooh,
right to the-
I
right
didn't
to the
know that they
class.
do that. It's
They
only
don't.
for massive catering, probably things.
I think someone at the hall picks it up.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It's so weird that Antonino's doesn't. Like, listen, I like Antonino's. They're a good pizza place. They are. But it is weird that you don't deliver. That is so weird to me.
What? They
Yeah.
don't?
They don't deliver.
What pizza place doesn't deliver?
That's the weirdest thing to me.
That's really
Which
How
I
are they
fe-
in business?
I feel like that's where you make your money,
Yeah.
right? Like, is delivery. Like, late night deliveries. Like,
Yeah.
when someone wants to fucking, like, think about it. You're fucking, you and a couple guys, whatever, you had a few drinks and now you want pizza. Like, I don't think that's that crazy.
No.
Yeah, there is a lot of other pizza places, but it's like Antonino, I feel like you're missing out. Because I do think, I swear to God, dude, I believe Antonino's is like a top 3 at least. At least.
This guy asked me a question. Would you rather trade the drunk pizza or the hungover breakfast sandwich?
What would
Well,
you choose?
I mean, like, I don't drink, so I don't have to make that decision. I can eat whenever.
I guess.
But
The
probably
hungover breakfast
I feel
sandwich.
like I'd get rid of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the hungover birth. Like, yeah, get rid of that. Keep the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hungover me can deal with it on his own. That's his problem.
Yeah. I don't even, like, to be honest, sometimes when I'm hungover, right when I wake up, the last thing I want to do is eat.
Yeah.
Like, I've never once been like, oh, like, oh.
Oh my God, I could eat.
I better go fucking try to make something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's always like, I need like 2 hours of me like in my bed, like shivering almost. And then like I go and take my vitamins. I sip back of water. Then I want to eat something.
You ever had the shakes?
Yes.
So I had the shakes for 5 days in a row because like every night I'd go do it again. And on the 6th day, I woke up and I rolled over and I could feel myself shivering. And I was like, it's the middle of summer.
Yeah. Dude, I remember I've had
I had
like,
to stop.
where alcohol hits you in the fucking mouth a little bit. Like where you go.
That was
go to lay
liquor
down.
week.
Liquor week.
Rip liquor week.
Rip liquor week. Bro, yeah, but it was like, I don't know. I've had some things like that. I've had some where it's like in the morning where it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you feel like you have to like, first of all, you're pissed just because you drink whiskey all night is like just fucking rocking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, God
It's a
damn.
steady stream.
It's a steady stream, but it's a stream that when it comes out, you're like, what the fuck is going through my body right now, dude?
You feel it, top, bottom.
You feel it top bottom, but then even when it's in there, you're like, dude, that's fucking whiskey. Like, it's not even yellow, it's whiskey. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's like brown, and you're like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
some water in there.
Yeah, but it will be. It'd be like I needed some water, but it's like fucking. It is. I like alcohol has had me at some like things with some disadvantages, but it's like, I don't know, man. I also don't get like that anymore at all. Like remotely close.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just have a few drinks now and just chill.
Yeah.
It's like very rare that I'm like heavy like drinking like how we used to back when we were going downtown all the time. Like it's nowhere close to that now. Which is like thinking about that now. When I was thinking about this the other day, thinking about how I don't really go out anymore or anything like that. It was kind of wild that for a while we were pulling $200 out of an ATM and then being like, I need to use the debit. Is any do you accept debit?
Do you accept debit?
Yeah.
I really wish you didn't. Here's my card.
Yeah. Because, bro, but like you would have 200 and then you'd be like, I ran out of cash.
And it's gone.
And it was kind of wild that you would just spend like 200 because that's not even including the Uber ride.
No.
So it's kind of crazy. I was almost spending $300 a night on a weekend, like, you know, to get drunk
On
downtown
Saturday.
and just go home with the fellas and get McDonald's. You know what I mean? I wasn't no
We had no mission.
Yeah, we were dancing.
Like, let's do what we do anyway, but in public.
Yeah, we were dancing for fucking $300 a weekend. If you think about it, at that point, if you think about it, it was that. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy to think about. Ready to wrap this up?
We're all boring now.
Yeah, we are boring
We're
now.
all really boring now.
I mean, I kind of like my life now. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I literally can't believe I was going downtown all the time. I was actually talking to her about it the other day. I was like, I can't
It
believe
was every weekend.
it was every
it was
fucking
every
weekend.
like
twice a week. Twice a week.
We went 3 days in a row that one time.
We did. It was Valentine's weekend. We had it off, we had it off for some reason. I remember we had the Monday off when we went Sunday night. We went out. I remember that. It was wild.
That was weird.
Because our one buddy got kicked out and then we got in trouble for it, so we had to get kicked out, which was bullshit.
It's not even our buddy.
Wasn't he? Yeah, it
It
wasn't.
wasn't even our. He was just a nuisance I had to deal with for that time.
No, bro. One thing, I actually didn't know the guy. Like, do you remember that?
Yes.
I remember I was out on the dance floor dancing, and this giant bouncer taps me on the shoulder. I turn around, and then he just goes, "Is that your friend in there, in the booth there?" And he's fucking passed out. And I'm like, right away I said no. Like I was like, oh no.
I don't know that guy.
And then after he was like, I watched you walk in with him. And I was like, okay. He goes, he can't be here. You have to go. And I'm like, why do I have to go? I'm fine. I'm out on the dance floor dancing. He goes, you got to go. And I remember that's when I came up to you. Then we made a whole separate game plan after, but we had to get out of
I
there.
had to make a plan.
Yeah.
I had to move.
God, we were so fucking cool, Chase.
Yeah. He just couldn't keep up. That was the first bar we went to.
That was the first one.
That was the first
and it
one
was
we went.
early.
It was like 9 o'clock when we got there. We were the only ones in there.
And 9 o'clock so early to go to the bar. Like I'll be like, it's funny because I felt like me and you would get there before cover got to be ridiculous or
Yes.
drinks got to be ridiculous.
Yes.
And because like my brother and his friends, they'll go at like 10:30, 11. And I'm
That's
like, bro,
late.
me and Chase were down there so early. Like, no, we
had to get going.
But the thing is, though, if no one was there when we walked in, we were hyped. We were like, sweet, we get any table. We get to pick any table.
Any table, eh?
And we did.
Yeah.
We get to pick any fucking table, and I was geeked up about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. The days.
Yeah, nothing like that happens now.
No.
I was talking to Alex one day, and we were just like laughing. And he goes, I haven't laughed like that in a while. Like, neither have I.
Well, you have a good laugh.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not good. We're like 20. We're in our early 20s. In the States, this is when people start.
Yeah.
And now we're talking like retired athletes.
It's funny because I'll listen to like other like podcasts where they'll have like these like, you know, they'll be like, oh, I'm because they'll be like, oh, I'm 24 and I go out every day, and I'm like, every day. But then I forget that it's the States and it's like and it's LA.
Yeah.
That it's totally different over there.
Yeah.
Like it's totally like a totally different world. You know what I mean? Like partying every day at like 25 is right like you should. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine doing that. I don't even
But
wanna
my
go-
bones ache.
Yeah. Bro, I don't even want to go. Like, I have so much other shit that I do during the day. It's like, I feel like I don't even have time to party. You know
I
what
don't
I
want to
mean?
spend that much time. With
I also
people.
don't want to spend that much money. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to spend that much money going to a bar, like, just drinking.
Mhm.
You know, like,
But we did.
we did it, but
When we were like 19,
when we,
19, 20.
when we didn't have the funds for it.
I did not.
Yeah.
I would blow through a month's paycheck, a month's worth of paycheck in an evening.
Yeah.
And be like, that's fine.
Yeah. Like, no problems. No, like, seriously, though, it was like, no problems. Yeah, we're good with that. Yep.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
$2 left? Hell yeah.
Oh, sweet. I get my $40 Uber here. And you know what I mean? I'll be on my way. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. I'm surprised my bank never contacted me. Is this you?
They did. They shut my account down one time.
Did they?
I spent $1,100 downtown.
Yeah.
So the next day I went to try and buy a
God,
tire.
that's so much money.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
So I went with Aaron to go buy a tire, and my card kept declining. I'm like, bro, I got cash in there. So I called the bank, and they're like, oh, your account's froze. It's on hold. You had a large amount of cash withdrawals yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I did.
I have this thing now that like lets me like it's through my bank, but like if there's like a major purchase, it will actually send me a text and ask me if that's me.
Yeah.
Like to confirm it's me, so it doesn't shut down my account. You know, which is actually kind of
Well, at
nice.
that point, it was still like a child account.
Well, yeah, that's fair too. Which it was. I was actually out here rocking a child account for so long, and then they just hit you with the fucking, we're gonna charge you now to be a fucking
Adult.
member here or whatever, or an adult, whatever the fuck it is.
I got another 30 gigabytes of data today. They just sent me a text letting me know. Like, I don't need that, dude. I didn't use the fucking 60 I had before.
I run out of mine, but I think it's because I listen to so much podcasts and I stream them that it uses up my data. So now I get into the habit of downloading them, actually physically downloading them. I know that sounds strange because some people already do that, but I usually don't. I didn't realize it like eats at your data that much.
Yeah, of course it does. You're streaming 2 hours of fucking audio.
Yeah. And I was doing that instead of downloading it for the longest time.
That's all right.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah. All right, I got to go do homework. So
That's fair. I'm actually hungry as shit, so.
fair enough.
All right.
All right, this is good.
All right.
Got to
man.
finally talk about The Walking Dead. You finally finished that shit.
Finally finished it. I
Yeah.
promise I'll try not to talk about it as much, but I'm not going to make any promises.
No, I got back to they're entering Alexandria.
Oh, wow. Oh, in the actual one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got back to that.
Yeah.
I started at season like 3.
Yeah, I'm going to watch all those other shows. Daryl's, at least. I'm going to watch Daryl's, and I'm going to watch that for the
Daryl's. What's Daryl's on?
AMC.
How do I get that again?
We got to pay it, I think. We'll figure that
Oh yeah,
part
we
out.
did talk about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
We'll figure that out. I'm not worried about that. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I don't have
anyways.
money for that.
I'm
I'm unemployed. I'm in school.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. Anyways, goodbye, everyone.
I'm broke as hell. Donations are great. All right, goodbye.
Just received in our newspaper.